As a 6-year Premiere user, 2 years ago I made the decision to switch to Davinci Resolve, and here are my experiences. Now, I want to be completely honest with you on why I made the switch. The biggest reason was just a want for a switch, because Premiere has drained my soul. I had gotten super bored from Premiere, like I had lost my love for the job, which I love making videos and editing videos. And I was losing that. And just seeing Davinci and its interface, it got me excited. Yeah, that meant I need to learn from the beginning, from almost beginning, like in new software, how to edit videos there, how to color grade there, which Davinci uses those nodes to color grade. It was kind of scary at first, but I'm gonna come to that. But it excited me and I wanted to learn, and I wanted to edit videos in Davinci Resolve. So I made the switch, and oh boy, it was the best decision that I ever made. Till this day, I'm as excited as the first day to edit videos. Like, I don't know, I think it's the UI or the interface, I guess. And there's no way I'm going back to Premiere. Davinci seems so much more fun, plus you get all the apps that you need in one app. On Adobe, it's not like that. But in Davinci, you have the editing, which it's basically the Premiere. You have the Fusion, which it's basically the After Effects. You have the audio part, which is basically the Audition. You have the photos part, which is the Lightroom, and the color part. And you get everything in one place. Now let's also talk about the pricing. This was another big reason for me. I even made a video about how I'm tired of subscribing to everything, because everything seems to be a subscription nowadays. Like, from the apps you use to the cars you drive. Like, it's absolutely insane, and it seems like a joke to me. Like, it seems like everything is going to be a subscription. I don't like it at all. You pay for everything, but you have nothing, basically. And at first it might seem like you're paying less for something that's worth more, but actually you pay more in the long run. But I'm not gonna go deep into that. If you want to hear what I have to say about this topic, you can go and watch that other video. Now, for Adobe is $70 a month right now, all the Adobe apps, not just Premiere, which you pretty much need all of them. If that's your job, you need Audition, you need After Effects, at least a little, you need Photoshop. So yeah, $70 a month. And if you end up using it for 5 years, which if that's your job, you will have spent over $4,000. And drum rolls please. At the end of the day, if you decide that you don't want to pay anymore, or if you can't pay anymore, you get left with nothing. You can't use the apps, because in order to use the Adobe apps, you have to have a membership, which means you have to pay. If you don't pay, you don't use, and all that money you spent. Davinci, on the other hand, is $300. Might seem a lot at first, but I'm already in profit. I'm already spending over $300 on Adobe in just 5 months. Like, I'm already in profit. I bought Davinci Resolve for $300, and now I get to keep it as long as I want. I can use it for as long as I want, because that's what Davinci gives you. It gives you lifetime access, and I keep getting new updates regularly without needing to pay anything extra. Now, if for some reason, I don't know the legals, but I think they need to bring new upgrades because they provide us with a lifetime access, but there might be some little sentences somewhere hidden. If they decide to not provide new updates and they ask money for the new upgraded version, Davinci Resolve 2 or something like that, I still get to keep the Davinci Resolve that I bought with my money, and I can use it for as long as I want. Yeah, I won't be getting new updates, but at least I will have the thing that I paid for. Plus, something that we need to mention here is that Davinci also provides a free version. Like, you have the option to use the free version of Davinci Resolve. Yeah, it is limited, but that might be enough for some people. You might be just good with the free version, or at least you get to try it before paying anything. And if you see you like Davinci Resolve and you want to use all the features that it provides you, then you can pay. By the way, I'm not saying anything like Adobe is a bad editor, is a bad app, or no, it's good. Adobe is good. I like it. A lot of people use it and it's a great editor. But as for the pricing, I think what Davinci does here is the humanly thing to do, the ethical thing to do. That's how far capitalism has gone, that we are appreciating those things, oh my god, they're not robbing us. Thank god. What do you mean I can spend thousands of dollars on something and don't even own anything at the end of the day? Another thing is that color grading on Davinci is next level. Yeah, I know Davinci uses those nodes and it was terrifying at first. I'm gonna be honest. I was like, how the fuck? But it honestly wasn't hard at all. And super nice actually. Now, I wanna give you an example. I hit the other notes, so like, it's a bit simpler. So, it basically goes from left to right. What you do on the left affects what's on the right. But what's on the right, what you do on the right, doesn't affect what's on the left. An example I like to give is with white balance. Now, in order to do a white balance correction correctly, we need to see the footage itself, its pure self. So like, I'm coming to my first node, and I'm choosing here, and it's done. Now I can go on the right and do my color grading according to that. But for example, if I decide to do my color grading on the first node, now if I try to do a white balance correction, it will be based on what you see here. So like, it won't be the correct white balance. And you can already see like what I did on the left already affects the other nodes. But if I just do it on the right one, it will affect only the ones that comes after that one. So like the white balance correction won't be affected. As simple as that. I hope I didn't confuse things more. I think I explained it simply. But really, like, you'll get the hang of it. Like, it's not really that hard, and you'll see how easy it is after just a couple of days. And as for the effects, you literally have an effect for anything you want. When I made the switch from Premiere, you didn't have that option. On Premiere, you had to do the effects manually or had to download a plugin. I don't know if there's now. Let's say glow. I want to like put a glow effect on light sources in my video. In Davinci Resolve, all I have to do is drag and drop, and boom, we already have the effect. We can just make some adjustments to make it perfect. Or I want halation. Drag and drop, boom, make some adjustments, and you're good to go. On Premiere, again, you'd like have to do all that manually. I remember like trying to do a glow effect in Premiere, and what I had to do was like take my layer, duplicate it. On the layer on top, you have to put luma key, just to isolate the lights. Then you have to put Gaussian blur, adjust it, then adjust the opacity of the layer on top and stuff like that. You had to do everything manually. In Davinci Resolve, you just have the effect, and it saves so much time. Now, another important thing that I think we need to talk about is crashes. Since I switched to Davinci, I realized how many stupid crashes I was getting on Premiere. Like, out of nowhere, Premiere just decided to leave, like, good luck, buddy, bye. Like, what the fuck happened? I was just editing my video. I hope they made it somewhat better after those 2 years. I hope so. I mean, of course, I did get some crashes on Davinci too. Like, it's not like perfect with 0 crashes. You do get crashes, but compared to Premiere, if Premiere was here, like what I remember from Premiere 2 years ago, Davinci is like somewhere here, not even close. Another thing is the new updates. I think Davinci has really cool things that you can do. With the new update, you even have a page for editing photos, which a lot of people were already doing that in Davinci Resolve because Davinci has that node editing style and people like that, and you can do a lot with color grading on Davinci. But now Davinci even added a page for editing photos, or they're adding some cool AI features as well, like changing the age of a person in the video. I don't think that I'm gonna use that ever, but that's not the point. Some people might need that. Or you can like clean your face, like blemish removal and stuff like that. They're really cool, like nice to have. And lately I saw Adobe bringing some new updates as well. Good for Adobe. Earlier to do a mask in Premiere, you had to go After Effects, do the masking, the rotoscoping there, then come back to Premiere. Now you can do that inside Premiere Pro. That's nice. And they even put a new color page in Premiere. Now it's more like Davinci. You have more color grading options like Davinci, like this hue sliders and stuff like that. That's nice too. But still, I don't think that I'm going back to Premiere. The only reason for me to go back to Premiere would be like if I was in a team and my whole team was using Premiere. Then it will make the sense to use Premiere. Or if you use a lot of plugins and that's your style, like you need After Effects and Premiere and so many plugins, there are some editors like that, then yeah, it makes sense. But for me, it doesn't make any sense to use Premiere. I like Davinci. It's so much better in my opinion. But I would like to know what you think. Premiere or Davinci, and why? We can discuss in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.